Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be talking about how to find out the support reaction of a beam. Consider a beam resting on three support, that is continuous or intermediate support, and this beam has an inner edge at point B. In case of internally hinged beam, the entire moment at point B will be equal to 0. Whenever you are drawing the bending moment diagram of this beam, the value of bending moment at a point B will be equal to 0. Let's separate the entire beam by the point of internal hinge. Let's say if we have a beam ABCD and it is hinged at point B. We will separate this beam into two parts about this point B, which is AB. We will discuss this AB separately and we will discuss the BD separately. So what we have done here, we have just separated this entire beam into two parts about the point B, which was our internal hinge. Let's discuss first a portion AB of the beam. The only applied vertical downward force of 40 kips. The hinge support at point A has a two unknown reaction as represented by a red arrow, RAY vertically upward and RAX acting on the horizontal. That's what we need to find out in a while. Imagine that the hinge pin is removed. The hinge may transmit a force acting in any direction through the center of the hinge pin if the horizontal and vertical component of this force are designated by Vx and Vy and assumed to act as shown on the portion AB. They must act in the opposite sense on the portion BD. Let's find out the support reaction of a beam of a portion AB. Take the summation of all the moments at a point B equal to 0. Consider a clockwise moment acting on a beam as a positive and anti-clockwise as a negative. So what will be the moment equation look like? 9 multiplied by RAY, which is acting clockwise, 40 multiplied by 5, that is acting anti-clockwise, consider it as a negative. The summation of all these forces will be equal to 0. By calculation, we get RAY is equal to 22.2 kips. Similarly, take the summation of all the moments at a point A equal to 0. 40 kips force multiplied by 4 feet anti-clockwise minus Vy multiplied by 9, that is acting anti-clockwise. The summation of all these forces will be equal to 0. By calculation, we get Vy is equal to 17.7 kip. That means that 17.7 kip vertical force is acting at the hinge at point B. To calculate reaction X and Vx, we need first to analyze the portion BD of the beam. Now consider the isolated portion BD of the beam and consider all the vertical forces acting on that portion. 50 kip force is acting inclined on the beam at 3, 4, 5 triangle. So find out its horizontal and vertical effect by finding its rectangular component of 50 kip force, that is 30 kip horizontal and 40 kips vertical. Let's find out the support reaction RCY and RDY. For the RCY, take the summation of all the moment acting on a point B equal to 0. So what will be the moment equation look like? 17.7 multiplied by 18 is anti-clockwise moment, so take it as a negative, and 40 multiplied by 15 is acting anti-clockwise, so take it as a negative. RCY minus 12 create a clockwise moment, take it as a positive. The UDL force 4 kip acting on an 8 feet distance, so change the UDL to point load by multiplying 4 kips with 8 feet and it's acting on 8 feet distance for point B producing anti-clockwise moment, so consider it as a negative. And 30 kips multiplied by 2 produce anti-clockwise moment. The algebraic summation of all the forces must be equal to 0. So there is only one unknown in the equation, that is RCY. By calculation, we get RCY is equal to 103 kips. For the calculation of the support reaction RDY, take the summation of all the moment of the force acting at point C equal to 0. This is how the moment equation will be generated. RDY multiplied by 12 is a clockwise moment plus 30 multiplied by 12 is also clockwise moment plus UDL 4 multiplied by 8 multiplied by force acting anti-clockwise at point C. 40 multiplied by 3 is anti-clockwise at point C, and 17.7 multiplied by 6 is an anti-clockwise movement acting at point C. The summation of all these moments will be equal to 0. By calculation, RDY is equal to 16.8 kips. For the horizontal force, RAX and VX, take the summation of horizontal forces equal to 0. For acting rightward forces, take it as a positive, and leftward forces acting on the beam, take it as negative. The 30 kips horizontal force acting on the beam BD rightward, take it as a positive, so the VX force at the hinge will be of the same magnitude but in opposite direction. The summation of Vx plus 30 is equal to 0, so Vx will become 30 kips. Similarly, take the summation of horizontal forces equal to 0 for the portion AB of the beam, so the horizontal reaction will be equal to 30 kips.